Thanksgiving is usually a time for warmth, gratitude, and quiet family moments. But this year, the Shephard household found itself thrust under an unexpected spotlight. Annie Shephard, known among friends for her grace, warmth, and steady presence, reportedly found herself in complete disbelief after a sudden and deeply unsettling police encounter involving her husband, Ben Shephard, on Thanksgiving night. What began as a peaceful holiday evening quickly spiraled into a whirlwind of flashing lights, raised voices, and confusion, leaving even the calmest person in the room shaken to the core. And for Annie, that person is almost always her. But not this time. It all began after a small, private Thanksgiving dinner that Ben and Annie hosted at their London home. The gathering was intimate and low-key, just close friends, quiet laughter, and the familiar sense of comfort that Ben brings wherever he goes. He was in high spirits, sharing stories from the studio, while Annie floated between guests with her effortless warmth. Yet, after the final goodbyes were exchanged and the couple stepped outside for a bit of fresh air, everything changed. According to accounts circulating among friends, police officers arrived in the neighborhood responding to what they believed was a disturbance nearby. Ben, ever the approachable, curious communicator, walked toward the officers with concern, simply wanting to understand what was happening so late at night. But the situation escalated faster than anyone expected. Witnesses say the tone shifted almost immediately. The officers' questioning became sharp, firm, almost severe, despite Ben maintaining calm, respectful composure. The contrast between the peaceful holiday evening and the sudden tension felt jarring. For Annie, it was more than jarring. It was heartbreaking. What stunned her wasn't just the presence of police, it was how the moment unfolded. The speed, the intensity, and the dissonance between Ben's gentle explanations and the officer's escalating tone. Friends describe Annie as stepping closer, her voice steady but unmistakably protective, questioning why the situation felt so confrontational when Ben was clearly cooperating. In that moment, she wasn't the gracious hostess or supportive public figure people know. She was simply a wife, watching the person she loves being treated with suspicion for no apparent reason. Ben, known for his kindness and grounded nature, handled the encounter with remarkable patience. He calmly explained that he had just stepped outside after hosting a quiet dinner. But even he seemed taken aback by how quickly the officer's tone hardened. Eventually, after running checks and realizing the disturbance report had been misinterpreted, the police clarified that Ben had no connection to the call. They left without further issue, but the emotional aftershock lingered. Inside the Shephard home, the mood shifted from warm celebration to uneasy reflection. Annie questioned how something so harmless could escalate so needlessly. Friends say she replayed the incident repeatedly that night, processing it not with anger, but with quiet hurt and disbelief. Ben, ever the steady presence, tried to reassure her, reminding her that misunderstandings happen and the officers were trying to do their job. But Annie couldn't shake the feeling that something about the encounter felt unnecessary and deeply out of place on a night meant for gratitude. For the Shephards, Thanksgiving 2025 will be remembered not for the dinner or the guests, but for the unexpected reminder of how fragile peace can feel, even in the safest of moments. Before you go, make sure to subscribe for more in-depth celebrity stories, thoughtful narratives, and the entertainment updates you don't want to miss.